Hello everybody. Before you skip this video, please stay with us until the end, as I've got a really great challenge, amazing challenge for all of you in this world, and I want to share this message internationally for everybody in the world. Today I want to talk about something that's happening in this world, in some places. That's, I don't know if I'll say it's cringy, stupid, crazy mentality, or even funny. I don't know if it's funny, I don't know, it just makes nonsense. And when you hear about it, when you look at it, you feel like, why would you do this? I mean, really, haven't you got anything else to do? You just feel like, why? Here I want to talk about some people recently I've seen, like, they came up with such an idea to ban a Quran, a book, some papers, some covers, and some words inside. I'll tell you why they do it. These people who do this because of anger, hateness, or ego in their heart, the way why they do this is because they have nothing else left. They came up with an idea and accepting that Quran is 100% undeniable, the true words of God. Why? Because if you come up with an idea saying, I'm gonna burn this Quran down and disrespect it and insult it to everybody to show that Quran is disrespectful and it has so much lies inside and it has so much mistakes inside. This is what they're trying to say. But rather to do this, if you wanna make me angry, if you wanna make a Muslim person angry, what do? You're not gonna come up and burn the Quran down. You know what's gonna make me angry? Something's gonna make me angry when I've been chasing Quran for nearly 40, 50 years, and then finally I realized there is a mistake in the Quran, and all this time I wasted all my life for nothing, for something that I've been chasing that has a mistake. I will be like, oh my god, what have I been doing? What I was thinking? I've been chasing something, a book, a papers and words and some words, and it has a mistake. But because you haven't done this, and this is what I'm going to explain now. Because you have looked at it in the Quran and you feel like, oh my God, I'm going to find a mistake. I mean, you're probably looking at it in the Quran, thinking, let's read this verse, this chapter, this, and say this. Oh, come on, everybody, I found a mistake. Everybody write it down. Share it, spread it everywhere. We found a mistake. Everybody, come on. And then you're probably reading the few verses after, or a few chapters after, and then it explains that verse you just read and you thought it was a mistake. And then you're thinking, oh, that can't be a mistake. If this chapter and this verse says this, then the previous verse can't be a mistake. And then you probably keep reading and you're probably thinking, oh, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to bring some mistakes out of this Quran. And then you're probably reading and you're looking at it. Oh, this is this is that, and this is this. You're probably thinking, oh, this is a mistake. The Quran says the universe is expanding. How can the universe be expanding? And you'll be like, yes, this is 100% a mistake. Yes, we found a mistake. Everybody share it, spread it, write it down. We're gonna share it soon and show to everybody that Quran has a mistake and false and it's lies and all that. And then you're probably looking in the signs. You're searching in Google. You say, does the universe expand? And then the answer comes up with, yes, universe does expand. And then you feel, oh my god, that's true as well. That's in the Quran as well. And you feel like, oh, what do I do now? I'm gonna keep reading. Maybe I've had a mistake. And then you keep reading. You read from the first verse until the last verse of the Quran, and you literally haven't found nothing. Not a little mistake. Not one little word, one little letter, one little minor verse, or anything like that. You haven't found any mistake. Then what happens after? You know, like, this is 100% true words of God, and you can't find anything, not a single mistake, nothing like this. And you feel like, what do I do? What's happening now? What should I do? You're looking in the Quran that everything it says, the sign says the same about the signs and everything in the world. Like the Quran says, we send down iron from space, and also scientists have said that iron comes from space. Also, Quran says universe is expanding, and also science says universe is expanding. How the science says universe has started from like Big Bang, from one pieces, and it all came to different parts. And also Quran says that universe was one piece and it all came to different parts, like different galaxies, different planets, and all this. And also the way how science says moon is like a reflected light, and Quran tells exactly the same, that a moon is a reflected light. This and many more verses within the Quran that shows 100% that God knows about the universe, the earth, and all the worlds and everything He put into this Quran. And this shows that it is 100% true words of God, undeniable. So when you see all of this, and you know, like, why do so much scientists convert to Islam, all these scholars? Because they have discovered the space. They know what's there. They have looked at in the Quran. They look at the space and similarities in the Quran. The scientists are thinking, how does the Quran know this? We are looking into the space and everything Quran says it's a bit similar into what we see in the space. How does Quran know this? And then when scientists look at it in the Quran and then they read through it, they accepting the true words of it, but they don't burn it down. They convert to what's inside and they follow its words. And this is why majority of scientists convert to Islam and accept Quran as the true words of God. But when someone like these people came up with an idea to burn a book after all these facts and signs within inside the Quran and it's all written down, 100% undeniable true words of God, then they come up with an idea. They have so much anger, they can't find any mistakes, they have so much anger and expression and ego within their heart. They come, what do I do now? What do I do? I want to do something to disrespect this Quran. I want to do so. I can't find anything. There is no mistakes inside. What do I do now? You come to all this Muslim in front of like Muslim community or a mosque or like a Muslim embassy or something like this, and you have that much anger. When you come up and burn the Quran book down, you have actually accepted that Quran is true words of God. You have accepted this challenge. Why? Because you will be happier to find a mistake in the Quran instead of burning the book down. You will be happier if you found a mistake. You'll be like, I found a mistake. Quran is fake. Everybody follow it. It's a mistake. Definitely share it everywhere. You probably share it every news and every media channel will talk about it, and then everybody will be like, yeah, and every single Muslim will be like, oh my God, you'll be chasing something that has a mistake inside. And then you can't do this. Then you come up with an anger and hate and ego in your heart, burning a book down. I mean, it's really, if you think about it, it's really funny. I mean, you have your limit. You've reached every single limit. You can't do nothing else just to burn a book. You've reached every single limit about Quran, so you just, it makes me like laugh. Why will you do this? I mean, you really that bold? I mean, really, seriously, just tell me really, what's the aim? What's your achievement when you do this, when you burn a Quran? And this is my challenge for the world. This is my challenge for every single person. Find a single little minor mistake within the Quran, either if it's a number, letter, word, sentence, chapter, verses, anything. Find a single letter mistake, minor, very minor thing inside. Just any mistake, if it's minor or it's big or huge, anything, just any minor mistake in the Quran, find it for me. Go to Quran, read it from the beginning until the first verse, until the end verse. Read it in English, Arabic or Kurdish or whatever language you want to read it. Read anything, find any little mistakes for me. I will be the next person to burn Quran down in front of video, and I will share it in news and media and everywhere. And this is my challenge for the world. Find a mistake in the Quran, go on Quran, read it in whatever is your language, and find a mistake for me. I'll be the next person to burn the Quran. This is my challenge for the world.